I might do that next on this one. That time I was on meth. It's crazy as hell. You don't need to be able to not Trisha, girl, but I drink her bath, but she's fine. Let's get into this. She ugly in the beginning, but she won't look like gold.
Huh?
Your phone ain't like that.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, yo.
Very basic.
What about the job?
No.
I gotta
pick
pick
it
it
up.
up.
Pick it up. Turn on the Bluetooth first. The hell position.
Sorry about that, y'all.
Locked in. Okay. Alright. Now, there you go. Even it out. Look at the even.
Just even.
Right over to the red a little bit towards the orange. Okay.
Porcelain skin look, and I think this is the lightest shade I have, so we're gonna just go with that. She's very easy. This shirt I actually got him for his birthday, but it literally just came in yesterday. His birthday was mid-July. I have a bunch of other Scream, it's July 19th, not today, I forgot. But I have a bunch of other Scream-related stuff, and including a shirt that was like really, really cool, but I meant to give him this too, but it came so late, and I don't want to be like, oh, and there's like one more Scream thing that you didn't ask for. But no, the shirt I got him was like, I thought was really cool, and he sent me a picture and wearing it on his actual birthday, because I saw a couple days before, because his actual birthday was with his fam and stuff like that, and then I was with my fam on that Sunday, so I think it's his actual birthday, but yeah. I feel like I have a lot to talk about. Let me just get into my makeup and then talk about it. Now I can't think. I literally just. Other than, yeah, this is my. Oh, Korean fried cheese. So, I did my Korean fried cheese yesterday with the little orals. The title was like, well, I don't know if this is the title, like Escape from Hell look. Because she, in the movie, like, was looking at the baby. And I think it's my day, so I gotta, like, kind of do a TikTok and then do that. Season was kind of later in the day, because I didn't think I was taking Moses for dinner. And because he had a meeting near his house early, so it just didn't make sense for him to come here. But I didn't know for sure if I wasn't gonna see him, so I'm like, let me just get some Korean fried cheese. Since I'm here, like I get the box of 5, like it just makes sense. Like you get the cute little box and everything, like. And I was like, let me just get extra so we can be cute and have some Korean fried cheese, because he actually like genuinely likes them too. The best person.
Just get to the end.
Or friend ever, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter to me.
How far to the end?
But I don't want to know more details. Anyways, whatever.
Probably somewhere down there.
Come on now.
It just hit.
Maybe now it's more matte, it'll look better. Okay, want to take it away? Alright, guys.
She ain't much farther than she wants to go.
Yes, she
This
is.
is such a bold look for me.
Yes, well done.
I have to get dry clean, and I mean that in a nice way myself. Activating myself compliment by saying that.
Yeah.
I had such a weird dream. It was so awful. Like, she was like trying to shoot me. It was really scary. And I know dreams aren't literal, like when you dream about something, it usually doesn't mean like literally that, but like what does that mean? So scary. Oh. When I sleep alone, I literally have the worst nightmares. It's very weird. I don't know how that happened. Oh, multiple cats. Or I'm in a wig moment proper in a while.
She got the
Not that
Aubrey
anyway.
bug.
It's a proper.
She got the Aubrey bug.
So, I'm gonna change before I go do the wig and all that. I'm doing a full transformation. It's just head of mine. I was gonna call it nappy, but I don't know if that's. I don't want to be offensive. It's really, you really do have to retrain your mind to not even be offensive. You know, I don't want to offend anyone. I know my intentions. I know I'm not like, you know, racist or anything like that, but I also don't want to offend anyone by anything I do.
Which
Never
thing's
mind,
gonna
intentions,
offend
I
us
will do
if
my
you say I
intentions.
have nappy?
No, niggas on the internet gonna have to feel
Ask
that.
me, I was like, yeah, I'm so many people I can offend. It's so gross
Because when
and
she
so
said
wrong.
she
and
identifies
so
gay, they
every day, so.
said the field day. But when she said she was,
So she
I
is
think
on.
she said she was
No,
black,
we're
they had
gonna
a
go
field day.
soon. No, we're gonna go change.
Every time this
the
bitch say
clothes.
something, they have a field day.
Okay, so we have 2 rose wigs, and yes, I'm gonna have to. It's so funny because I went on a cruise.
But
Dude,
yeah,
people sleep on her. She fine as hell. People be sleeping on that fact.
And like, yeah, should I put more thought
Cause
into
she a
this
big
outfit?
girl and she be, you know, down on herself a lot.
So we have two. We have two like a.
YouTube
I'm going
status.
more with this one. I look at the camera to see. We'll see.
Ain't too many
They're
hooks.
both very similar. They feel very
But she
similar in
kinda bad.
weight.
She be so crazy. But I don't think she crazy at all. She just said that she
like,
get views.
this one's pretty. This is orange. Orange. I used to always want to say orange that way because I didn't think
you know you gotta have something going by yourself.
Orange. And orange. Sorry.
But I mean, you ain't gotta be little, you ain't gotta be crazy.
But no, she be
Ooh, I already kind of love this color.
wild.
I know you can be out there.
She needs some good dick though. She be alright.
Oh my god, why do I feel like I should go on a French gas job? I should not say anything.
I was thinking that shit too though.
Don't, Mr. Dawson. Okay, sorry. Let me cut the lace and we'll come back in action. This is.
It's always funny when I see people play with their weaves. Like, how do you take your hair off? Like,
There's like wig combs and stuff.
and then she look like a bald head
Wrong,
heifer.
but
And then
it's
she put it on.
literally for TikToks. And nothing else.
But her weaves be snatched though. She probably spent a whole paycheck on them shits. Look at that. This shit probably cost hella ducats. She used Etsy. I'd rather grow my own hair, but if I was like doing the drag queen show, I might get wigs sometimes. But I like my own hair because,
Where's it aside?
I mean, if you're trying to get that long, like in 20 seconds, then you might get a wig.
Yeah, different hairstyles, sometimes they're already set up.
Yeah, true.
And when you drag, when you didn't get time to squeeze it in.
Yeah, well, not on the show itself, but I mean,
Yeah,
like,
but every day still some time.
If it's side or middle.
Yeah.
It looks like she has a middle. Yeah, okay. So
I
maybe
mean,
it's a
want
little
some long
more.
hair.
well,
Maybe it's more
Go on,
sexy.
hips
It
and
needs
back.
darker lips too. I mean, it's probably the whole thing, but like for TikTok, I appreciate it.
Today, tomorrow, I make one of all.
I do. I think I should ring this
so
down
what
a
does
little.
she actually do? Eat and do makeup and say crazy shit? Is that basically all she do?
Ain't that big all you seen these months?
Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
she's fine, but she ain't that fine. She needs to have like more
not so
skills.
easy to get off. So,
She's not fine enough to do nothing. Like she ain't that fine. Where you just get paid to stand. I mean, some niggas, cause you know, I might pay her rent for a couple of months.
darkness.
Yeah, she is thick about the wrist and the forearm.
Bow down. You're talking to your
Little
friend.
Humpty Dump there.
I mean, look, am I a professional makeup artist? Absolutely not. Did I do okay? I think I did. Anyways.
No, she ain't no
Really,
TA
it's
thing. She
like,
like a
it's like,
monkey.
that one's really cool. It's like fun to do, but I don't think I ever, like, I need to just keep it more.
What you trying to say the shoulder? What you trying to say the shoulder?
Meridian?
Be all
Meridian?
sexy.
I look more like that, I feel. Or Sarah Rue. I don't like that.
She's, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of sexy.
Little shoulder.
I'm bringing
Anyways, I don't know.
sexy
This is a
back.
look. We're gonna do a couple TikToks that are literally gonna take me 10 minutes, and I did that whole look for nothing. And then I have to clean my house.
But she
I
just
don't know.
big.
It's
She
actually
not
a really
big.
pretty morning. Like, you did good, Matt. Go do
Because her stomach flat
So that's
almost.
my look.
It may not be now because she
I'm
done
not
eat a lot of
gonna see.
Korean fried cheese.
But
But
I'm getting a spray tan.
last time I did the Trisha Paytas video,
Yeah.
yeah, she just got,
No blushing.
she got a stomach but it's flat.
I feel like she can really hold a lot of blush. This character I'm playing today. I don't know.
And she got hell of TikToks, so.
Is this one?
And she's not flat in the backyard, she's just a little bit.
There, that was a little more charactery. Alright, so I'm ready for my high school performance. Let's take it. Alright, I'll talk to you soon. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Alright. Now we're gonna go with just to be on this live stream. We're gonna talk about it. Hold on, y'all. Oops.
That was supposed to Trisha.
So let's check this out. We'll be at before we do that, where is it at? I'm gonna make a dab noodle. We're gonna find out. And then if we have enough time, we're gonna find out why the hell did she was on meth for a little bit. I don't trust her. She may be saying some other shit.
But you know, sometimes they be saying things just to get you.
Alright. You got a whole section called Everything Wrong with Trisha. Alright, here's a new one. Shout out to Dab Noodle. Let's see what's going on. She look cute. Let's do it.
Why is VitaFusion America's
They
gummy
got
vitamin
like
brand?
red green.
Because it fuses
It does.
natural fruit flavors.
It's only just begun. Trisha Paytas is a YouTuber with 4.8 million subscribers, and just about a week ago, she uploaded 37 videos in a matter of an hour. And folks, we looked at a few of them, but much less than about half of them. So today we're going to be looking at the rest of all those videos in a segment I like to call, "Oh, that's just ridiculous."
I never know if you can put tin foil in the microwave.
No, you can't. Should not. It's actually really...
Can you put this in the microwave, guys?
No, you can't. You can't put metal in the microwave.
They're good.
Okay, so
They
don't
do
put
look like a warm dog.
it in the
I'm
microwave.
gonna try it for a minute.
No, don't put it in the microwave.
Yams back there.
Don't put it in the microwave. Don't put it in the microwave. It's metal.
Hopefully it doesn't spark or anything.
It's gonna spark.
Why would they put that? They don't want to warm it up, you know?
No, no. Take it out! Trisha gets a lot of flack for her content, but at the end of the day, I really appreciate it because it's educational. On Trisha's channel, you get to see her raw and making some of the biggest mistakes any human being can make in their lives. If you go through enough of her videos, you might just find one where she's sticking a fork in an outlet. Oh, thank goodness, she's gonna take it out.
Holy cow.
Yes. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, right there, I thought she was gonna start a fire. Seriously, that's very dangerous. No! No!
I was watching a ton of people on YouTube today making homemade mozzarella sticks and it's so good. My
No!
mom does like a cooking eating show channel. She like cooks and then eats food. Mom's come over. It's so bomb.
You're gonna start a fire!
Crispy enough when I ordered them.
Rule number one of eating mozzarella sticks, if they're not crispy enough, then you gotta make sure you burn down your house heating them up.
I don't know if I joked about it or someone else joked about it about not being in Escape Tonight. I'm like, I'm ready for season 4. He was like, you said you don't want to be in it. I'm like, what?
You see, the good thing about Trisha uploading all these videos that are years old is that we're getting all this old tea that nobody really cares about anymore. It's like getting a snapshot of what would have happened in the drama timeline had the world not completely gone to waste. If only somebody could build a time machine so we can go back in time and change the past so we can get out of this alternate reality where Biff is the most powerful person in the world.
Literally, before season 1 even started, like, I would never do it. I could never do that. Like, it sounds so hard. Like, even the acting part of it, because it's like half reality show, half like acting, because they play characters obviously, and then they shoot like overnight and stuff, and I'm just like, I can never do it.
Trisha is the queen of relatability, because I dare to say that a lot of people out there hate their jobs just as much as Trisha hates hers. Folks, few people understand just how difficult it is to memorize a bunch of lines and then show up on set so you can just stand on a mark and say those lines on camera. And it's ridiculous to expect anyone to do it at night, especially when they get sleep the whole rest of the day.
And there's gonna be a secret at 4. I have no idea. But if there is, Joe, I'm available.
Mark your calendars, folks. If we ever get out of this, Trisha will be on Escape the Night. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to both of those things, especially this big Rona thing being over. Seriously, it's taken up half the year. How selfish can a disease be?
I just told Trish that Donald Trump's gonna make Cardi B vice president in Spain. She was kind of like, probably like 80% of her knew I was saying. There was like a little 20% in her eyes. She was kind of like,
Why aren't you sitting on this side with me?
With the way the last 2 years have been going, I wouldn't put it past Donald Trump to try to make Cardi B his vice president. I mean, Kanye West is running for president. Who do you think he's going to invite to be his vice? I have my money on Beyonce. Now that's a winning ticket.
Currently waiting for a parking spot outside of Jamba Juice. This guy gets in and is about to leave. He'll move, and I'm just waiting in there. Even though someone's waiting for his spot. Like, I'm clearly on his ass, like, waiting for him to move.
I am going to keep repeating this as long as it takes. Trisha is the relatability queen. Folks, how many times have you experienced this before? Sitting in a car and waiting for the person who's pulling out of their spot is one of the most common things that happens every day. I never knew that it would be so interesting to watch somebody go through that and just absolutely complain about the whole experience as they do. It's as entertaining as watching t-shirts dry on a clothesline.
Just got my nails done. They're nude because they have to match a bunch of movie scenes. I'm walking around with my water earrings. Yeah. All new money. And I'm crushing those at CVS. Just not a good idea, but I win.
See, folks, Trisha's doing what everybody should be doing. When you win a little bit of money in the lottery, just go around and start flaunting it everywhere you go. Because why not tell the world that you have so much in cash on you and invite people who may want to rob you to go ahead and do it?
It's true, I dropped a baby once. And she was fine.
you did?
Yeah. The parent was me, but
Were you vlogging?
no.
Folks, don't worry. This whole situation is not what it seems. At the end of the day, Trisha just dropped the baby, and the parent was just not really happy with her. And that's what I don't understand. Why would a parent not be happy with Trisha dropping their baby? It's Trisha Paytas dropping their baby. They should be honored, just like that anger character from Inside Out.
I was
What happened?
intoxicated.
You were intoxicated handling a baby.
Someone gave me their baby.
Okay. What?
But I don't want to hold it. Because I knew I was.
Trisha tried her best, folks. There was literally nothing she could do, especially not tell this story right now. Because if Trisha is known for one thing, it's her #1 rule of telling stories that will come back to bite her. It's a popular philosophy known as creating your own personal hell to live in.
But I held the baby. I held the baby. But I fell over. But that's how I'm going to be a good mother, because I didn't let that baby fall.
That's right, folks. Trisha fell and dropped the baby at the same time, which is, in fact, one of the best parenting things you can do. In fact, there's this very little-known parenting philosophy that's commonly called, to make an omelet, you gotta crack some eggs.
Hey guys, this is my first vlog back. Up to date, I guess you could say. After my meltdown, and
Folks, Trisha never stops working, and that's one of the reasons why we have to appreciate her. Even after a meltdown, she just continues putting out videos. In fact, Trisha is so dedicated to her work that her meltdowns are her videos as well. Trisha's basically a version of Chernobyl that keeps melting down, but somehow continuing to work, even mid-fallout.
I can't speak. It's like weird. My speech is like going away. Like, it's very bizarre, and I'm very sorry if my vlogs are all over the place. I don't even know if I'm posting vlogs as of the time I'm recording this. Like, I don't even know what's going on my vlog channel. I don't know if it's out of order. I'm not really sure.
Well, that makes two of us, Trisha, because I'm not really sure what's going on either. All I really know is that this video was apparently recorded around the same time that Trisha uploaded this video.
Guess not.
I woke up this morning feeling like a chicken nugget.
I definitely relate to that. And in other Trisha news, she canceled the podcast.
I got canceled.
Well, that makes two of us, Trisha, because I'm not really sure what's going on either. All I really know is that this video was apparently recorded around the same time that Trisha uploaded this video.
I woke up this morning feeling like a chicken nugget.
I definitely relate to that. And in other Trisha news, she canceled the podcast.
I got canceled. I'm being canceled. I got canceled for real, for real. I would say, oh, you can't, no one can cancel you but yourself. Unless you work with the podcast company, so podcast one cancel my podcast.
You know, that's very sad to hear. You never want people to fail like that. Now, Trisha and her fans are very sad that her podcast got canceled, but if there's one person who is extremely upset with this news, it's Snigglecado Avocado. How else is he supposed to poop on Trisha Paytas' couch again, folks? Yes, that did happen. Anyway, if you guys like and subscribe for more videos like this. If we like, will be another 40 videos that Trisha uploads to her channel. Let's hope that she uploads a lot more. Tell me in the comments down below what you think. I want to know. Check out these videos right here. They're good too. Make sure to wash your hands, not touching your face, and stay away from stupid people.
That's Trisha's way. The whole TV. TV don't ever. No, Trisha's Paytas. I thought you told my toilet. No, Trisha Paytas.
Hey guys, what is up? About to go head out to a dance. I am starting to do dance and because I'm about to go on tour and I need my stamina up because I'm going to be dancing the whole time on tour. Are you guys crooked? I feel like I'm looking at you crooked. You're brilliant. So I need to build up my stamina. I really liked the gym at the beginning of this year, and now I'm just like, I get so bored with going to the gym and lifting weights. Anyways, that's not what this video's about, but I just need to build my stamina and get some exercise again in me, and dancing was always like really fun for me. I did it about 2.5 years ago, like consistently, like probably like 3 times a week, and I felt really good. I was like really happy and I had a lot of fun. So I'm gonna try and do that again, and also just, you know, workshop stuff, music videos, tour. But anyways, before we get to the fun, I just wanted to sit down and film a video. Something has been weighing on me for a long time, and I actually kind of tested the waters a little bit with this on my Patreon. I talked about it in a podcast about the 2 times I tried meth this year, before this year, never touched it, didn't even know how you did it, record drug, and I just knew I didn't want to mess with it ever. Like, someone's like, hey, want to do meth, which had never been brought up to me ever in life. I was like I wouldn't even know what that means, or like, you know what I mean? So meth was something that I was just like, that's, you know, there's like certain like cool drugs, I guess, in LA, or maybe just in general, but like, you know, people do a lot of like coke and stuff, pot, obviously. But I never really like heard of anyone being like, let's go do some meth, like as cool, you know, like as a cool thing. Like I said, much less never even heard anyone like even offer it to me. Like, I mean, I don't know anyone personally that does meth, so now I do. And I am that person, which is also something I never would say. Like, and it kind of got taken way out of context. Like, people, you know, I have lost like about 35 pounds, kept off anyways. I lost about 40 pounds, put some back on. Just overall since earlier this year in February. So it's slow and consistent, and I'm up and down, but I kept the majority of it off. And so working to get more off, it's always a struggle. And a lot of people are like, well, as soon as I put that little tidbit out on Patreon, I was like, well, she's not that, that's why she lost weight. Like, I did it twice. And yes, weight loss, I guess, is a side effect of doing meth, but I did it twice, so it's not like I lost 20 pounds one time and 20 pounds another time, and that was my weight loss. Like, no. And I'm by no means like an expert on meth, like the stuff I could be saying, but I felt maybe so different than how meth users feel. I am always, as always, just with a disclaimer, like, obviously, don't do meth. I don't even believe in doing any drugs. I don't even like prescription drugs. I don't even want to take Dayquil. Like, I'm very, very terrified of drugs. I always have been, and I never thought I'd be like a drug user or abuser. And I have way when I was younger, late teens, early 20s. Prescription pills were a problem in my early 20s, mid 20s, and then recently. But recently I have been able to get more of a hold on it.
Mid-20s.
And I have been sober
like
from
yesterday.
all drugs since May 8th of this year. I was trying to be sober in alcohol perspective. I have drinking alcohol on a few occasions. I never think that's my addiction necessarily, or my problem, because I can drink without going overboard, and I can also drink without feeling depressed. I can also drink without having physical side effects and stuff. I think when I was drinking and mixing it with pills and stuff, that's obviously when it became a problem. But I don't necessarily have a drinking problem. However, saying that, I do try and stay away from alcohol just in general. I had it on occasions, on a couple social occasions. And I kind of even felt guilty about that, so I'm just trying to live a pretty sober lifestyle, because I tend to thrive better when I'm sober, obviously, and I don't enjoy drugs, and I don't enjoy pills, and I don't enjoy drinking, so there's really no point in me doing it other than to self-medicate or cover up pain, or whatever the case is. And I'm just learning, or always trying to learn to deal with pain head on, and just doing everything through mental exercises and stuff like that. So, and physical as well. So, the times I did meth. So, earlier this year, I obviously went through a breakup, and it was really tough. Days following the breakup, actually hours following the actual breakup, I ended up in the hospital, and then ended up in a mental hospital. Two things, again, I never thought would ever happen to me, because I know people think I'm crazy, but I also, like, know my limits, as far as crazy goes. Like, I'm not going to end up in a mental hospital crazy, and yeah, I did. Obviously that had to do with being intoxicated and high on pills at the hospital, which led me to say crazy things, which led me to mental. And I was released within 48 hours because I sobered up and was like, I should not be here. Anyways, so I'm going to share those stories. So that happened, and I was keeping in touch with my ex after that. Definitely more on my part. He was being a nice guy and keeping in touch with me, but it ended up not being healthy for me because I was a secret. Like, his friends weren't allowed to know that I was hanging out with him. No one was allowed to know, and I wasn't allowed to talk about it. Or, like I said, we weren't even really going out in public. Like, we were very, very secretive as far as hanging out and talking. He'd go in the room, or like, looking home, he would, like, hang up right away or something like that. So I was definitely, like, a secret friend, I guess, which I thought I was okay with. But, like, ultimately, I think that's my biggest, like, also insecurity, is being a secret anything, because it just feels like I'm wrong, or I'm dirty, or I'm, just something that, like, needs to be hidden, and that's always just been a trigger. Like, I didn't really realize that. I was just like, oh, I'm getting to talk to him every day, and that's all I care about. Am I getting to see him? And, like, I remember, like, we had, like, 2 outings publicly. One was at a Starbucks, and one was at, like, literally a Rite Aid. And I remember telling him, like, that was so much fun.
oh god, I'm like getting emotional. It's not about like, it's really not about that. But I just remember being like, oh, that was like so much fun because we hadn't hung out like publicly. And I started to feel like maybe we could be on the mend of at least becoming friends because I do believe in my heart he knows the person I am. And still had some sort of care for me. But like I said, ultimately it was eating me up and really destroying me. So I was self-medicating a lot. As far as just taking pain pills, like I had physical pain. It felt like the heartbreak and the anxiety and the stress and the like hurt of being hidden and stuff was really like weighing on me, and I didn't want it to because I was like, this is so silly. Like I'm getting him as a friend, and that's all I care about. But other things were like weighing on me. So I just found myself drinking a lot because I was waiting for the end of the night where I could talk to him, where he'd come home from his, work day at like 11 o'clock, and I talked to him every night before I put to bed. And then while he slept, I would just be up taking pills at all hours of the night and drinking. And then I would call him when he would wake up in the morning. I know his time that he would be in the car and stuff, and I'd call him then, and we would have our chats. And that was pretty much it. And then like if I did see him, it would be really late, or like that's it. So I would just pretty much, and then so I'd spend my whole days kind of just waiting around, hoping to like talk to him, and just like thinking about when I could talk to him next. And it became like a weird that onto itself became a weird addiction, and like I could tell I was being like a burden on him, which again was weighing, also giving me more pain and more stress. That I'm like, okay, I'm so sad, but I was being so sad because I was having like really just drinking and doing pills, which were making me sad because this is not me. Like I remember like taking pills like to get rid of the pain, and then taking more because I was just so sad, and so I thought I would get rid of the sadness. So between Xanax, Percocets, and drinking wine just throughout the days and the nights, I started feeling numb and sad. So I was like numb to any sort of pain or any sort of stress that I was stressing him out, or that I was going to be alone, or whatever. I was numbing over that pain. But then like nighttime come, and if I couldn't talk to him, or he couldn't talk to me, or I'd see him out, like on social media, I would, start medicating more and just being like, just feeling the more pain, the more insecurity I felt, I would just start masking it more at night, which was pretty like manageable at first. I could kind of keep it under control and keep it hidden.
I'm supposed to be commentating, but I really don't got nothing to say. So, sorry about that.
She took meth.
I think he kind of just thought I was depressed about the breakup, because I would always just tell him I'm sad, and I'm sad for no reason. Which, I mean, if I'm being honest, I was sad about obviously not being with him anymore and not getting that chance to be, and also the fact that he was willing to forgive me, but like I couldn't be his friend because of just other people. So I decided, I need to start hanging out with people more. And I reached out to like so many people on my phone, people I hadn't talked to in so long, and of the people who responded, there was one particular person who I greatly admired when I was younger, and even still to this day, I greatly admired him, and I used to hang out with him like when I was 18, 19, 20,
Man,
like,
you like
friends,
like 60,
and
70
they
years old,
are definitely
girl.
partiers. But, he's older now, and I thought, I'm older now, and so let's just try hanging out again. Like, I was never really, like, I didn't really even like partying back then. So, anyways, he was down to hang out again, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And, so I would hang out with him in his house with a bunch of friends. He's, like, really well known, and so, I was like, well, this will be fun, like, he's a creative type, which I like, so I wasn't even thinking, like, romantically or anything like that. I was just like, well, this is a creative type, and, all the people he hangs out around with are creative types, so maybe this is where I need to kind of get back to and get, like, inspired again, and also take off the pressure of my ex-boyfriend trying to, like, always hang out with him. He was very sweet and, like, let me hang out a lot, but
ultimately I knew he was moving on, he was trying to date other people, and ultimately that was like hurting me too, because I would see it and he would talk about it and he would constantly remind me that we're over, and I just wasn't really wanting to believe that. So anyways, so I thought, okay, maybe if I start hanging out with this person that I had a huge crush on this person when we used to hang out when I was younger. And so it's like, I'm going to start hanging out with this person again. I wouldn't consider him an ex at all, but we definitely have hung out, hooked up sometimes. But he was a really good person in my eyes. He was always like a really good like friend and like person to me. Like, he was just cool. So I remember one night in particular, I saw my ex just like out, just living it up, like not filming. He always would say, "Oh, I hate going out. Like, it's not my thing. I just do it for footage." But nobody was filming. I could tell it was like not that kind of night. He was just out like having fun. And I was like, okay, well, as people do, because that's why social media is so bad. Like, so bad. Like, don't ever look at like exes or anything on social media. It's not. Even if you think you're okay, like I think like subconsciously or consciously, it's not okay. So I saw it, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just go hang out with this person, because even though like this person was constantly telling me to like come hang out with like his friends, I already said something. I don't know if this is right for me right now in my life, but so anyways, I went over to this person's house. I was like, hey, what are you doing right now? I need someone to come hang out with. He's like, come to my house. I was so excited because I used to love going to his house. And anytime I got invited to his house, I was like, that's when you know you're like in, like you're close to being invited to this person's house. And right away I get there, and there's like probably like 30 people just hanging out watching movies. And I saw him right away, gives me like a big hug, like just friendly, like it just felt like we never stopped talking. And you know, he's like a big deal. So I was just like, oh my god, like it's crazy that he even cares about me, that he's inviting me over. Like, this is like really, really cool. And this is definitely somebody I would have wanted to really, really date in the past. And I just felt like it was never into me, or never was like attracted to me. And but again, I was okay with that because he was so cool to me. So give me like this big hug. I saw a bunch of other people that I had recognized but never met before, like big name people. And I was like, and you guys know me. I mean, I'm a little bit of like, what's it called? Like starstruck. Like I'm very much a fangirl at heart. Like I meet people and I get really like fangirl over people, because even though I live in LA, I don't know, people who have like talents that get them on movies and TV and stuff like that. You're just like, wow, you know, and then they're so recognized. Even though like, at the end of the day, you'll hear from my story, they could actually be really awful people. I won't even say awful people, but just not the best kind of people in the world. They're all human and it's all like really normal, but I still get like, wow, because you know, I just follow stuff, so I'm just like, oh, that's so cool. So I was getting like a bunch of attention from people that get a lot of attention, and for me that always feels good. It is all superficial and fleeting. I don't know why that feels good. And like I said, after the story, it's like I kind of am cured of that in general, and that's why I'm kind of just okay being alone, and okay just meeting someone very casually. Like the next person I date, I just want to meet very casually and organically. I don't care what they do. I just want it to be a very natural progression into dating, if that ever happens. And so again, that's why I was kind of excited about this party, because there was just such a mix of people. There were like really, really famous people, and then there were just like the usual crew that he would hang out with, which are kind of like random people that may be considered a little like eccentric or whatever, just like random walks of life, like not just, you know, someone working at Starbucks and someone working at Ralph's and someone that's an accountant. It's like it's like a little bit of a freak show. I hate using that term, but I feel like even those people would consider themselves somewhat of freak shows, you know what I mean? And like, I mean that in like the stereotypical way too. Like, something like, well, Trisha, you're a freak show, which maybe is true, but like, I have like somewhat of a normal outer appearance to people. So I'm not in the famous people world, I'm not in the freak show world, so I'm kind of just there. But I'm talking to everybody because, again, I'm just open. I just want to have like a good time. I start with the drink right away, and I start drinking, and so I don't really know, like, I don't know if if my drink was like spiked. I don't think it was. I've been like roofied twice, where I've like literally just like blacked out and woken up in like someone else's apartment and like Van Nuys and like, where am I? Who am I? But so I don't really know if it was like roofie, but I think there was definitely something in my drink, because I started feeling like I was like on LSD or hallucinogens or something, because I was like there, and like I hadn't done any drugs or anything. I had maybe like 4 drinks, and it was that one thing where you're like staring at someone and you're just like trying to focus, and you're like, I'm sorry, and I would say, I apologize, like, I'm sorry I'm drunk, I'm just trying to focus, like, but I could feel myself getting dizzy, which isn't the case when I drink, especially because especially with drinks, like, I try and take like half a drink and put it down and then go get a fresh one, so it looks like I'm drinking a lot. I do know I'm a little bit of a lightweight when I drink, so it was really weird. I was like getting dizzy or whatever. But anyways, I was getting dizzy, and then this one friend of mine had a bag of Coke, and he's like, "Do you want to do some?"
Oh, not for doing cocaine.
And I was like, "Yeah, let's do some." And again, I'm not even a big fan of Coke. It scares me. Like, it makes your heart race, and like people die of overdoses like once or twice doing it. So I feel like the more you do it, the more you're just gambling, right? Lots of people do it, and they're fine, but for me, especially because I'm not the healthiest person, probably shouldn't be doing it. But yeah, I was like, okay. I did, and immediately, right away, I felt like 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 rocks were in my nose. If you've ever done like cocaine, like it goes up smooth. It doesn't hurt. This hurt. It literally felt like gravel. Like I smelled gravel, and I thought, man, the drinks, and I was thinking like, while I couldn't like see dizzy before taking that, I also thought of the possibility that something was slipped in my drink. So I was also thinking like, okay, maybe I'm hallucinating this. But I
Okay, so she thought
continue to do it
was
again,
Coke
but in
and was
moderation, because again, I just am scared. So I'm just like a little, but I'm scared. But like within minutes, I felt the high, the euphoria, and all of a sudden I started feeling great. I was like, oh my god, I feel great. I feel wonderful. I feel like I'm like the best person in the world. So I'm like texting my ex, like just trying to see where he's at. I'm like, I feel amazing. He's gonna love me. I'm happy. Like I'm great. He's not responding. I'm looking at stories, and he's like out having fun and drinking, and I can see where he's drinking, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I just want to go there. So I started trying to convince like even like these really famous people to party. I'm just like I'm feeling like a freaking 20 out of 10. I'm feeling like just confident and hot and just like I'm amazing. And I was like, let's go to this place, this bar. Like I could see they were drinking this bar, and I was like, let's go. Nobody want to go with me. And then one person's like, I'll go with you if you do another bump. And so I do, and again, felt like freaking rocks, which was so crazy because now I'm feeling good and high. And I'm like, why does that hurt so bad? I'm like, it freaking hurts. And as I say, it freaking hurts. Like literally, I probably say those exact words. I all of a sudden like stop feeling good and start feeling like I am about to die. Like I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack,
Yeah,
and I was just like, oh, like this is like what happens when you die of a cocaine overdose. Your heart races and it stops, and that's exactly what I felt like. And all of a sudden, before I know it, I dropped to the floor. Now, all I remember is being in a car. Like, so I came to relatively quickly, being in a car, and just blood down, like, my hair, my shirt, like, everything. And I was like, what the heck? I just looked down, and, like, I'm not high anymore, even though a meth high is supposed to last, like, I don't know, like 40 minutes to an hour or something. It's supposed to last a lot longer than, like, a coke high. And again, I didn't know I was taking meth. Let me just be clear on that. But obviously, spoiler, I took meth. That was meth that I was sorting. But yeah, so anyways, the high still wasn't there. But so I'm like, I'm like, oh my god, I thought I was shot. I kind of thought I died, and I was like seeing myself like the last moments of my life or something. It was I wasn't really thinking clear, which is kind of weird because the second story I was thinking very clear. So anyways, I don't freaking know, man. I'm telling you, I'm not an expert. I don't know what's happening. But I was like, oh my god, did I get shot or something? And I just remember like looking around, like not really even recognizing the people in the car. All I know the person driving is the person that I knew that invited me to his house, that was well known and that I like trusted and admired and respected. The next thing I know, we are literally in the front of the house, like someone in the back seat, like a guy, literally just opening the door, pushing me out. And I'm like wobbly, and I'm like half out, and someone literally comes outside the car, from the inside the car, drags me out, stands me up, and says, "Get in that hospital, you're gonna die." And the car left and took off. So I'm like, I'm in front of the hospital, and I literally just walk in, just completely bloodied, and like I don't really think anything of it, other than like, oh, I'm about to die, so I'll walk into this hospital and die. So I remember thinking I was going to die, but also that if I was going to die, I didn't want to die in a hospital where they could like detect what's in my system or whatever the case was. I was terrified to go back in that hospital, especially because this is a hospital that would send me to a mental hospital. So I was like, I don't want to go back there. I'm not going in. So I decided to just plop my butt down in front of like the parking garage and just have a sleep. And no one bothered me during this sleep. I I remember still bleeding, and I just remember, like, no one bothering me, like, no one coming up to me, not even being scared to sleep outside. I just slept, and like I said, I was in front of the parking garage, and at some point of the night, I wandered down the street, and I was on a street really close to my house, and I ended up falling asleep again there, and literally no one bothered me. It was the next morning, I woke up, and I felt like death, like I actually felt like I got in a car accident, or I was punched or something. So anyways, so fast forward now, so I still don't really know, right? I'm like, okay, I don't know, that was weird. I don't really blame the people at the time, because I was like, oh, that's what people do. They party and they just, some girl gets messy and you're just dumped to the side, and I just was like, that's my bad, whatever. So it felt really weird. I told my ex about this incident, and I was like, I think like it was meth or something, because I just looked up, like, this was days after I was like, because the first day I literally felt like dying, but the next couple days I was just like, I looked it up and I was like, oh, maybe it was like meth. Maybe I snorted meth, and it just was like funny, because like I'm like, oh, I didn't know I was doing meth, and it was stupid to me. I was literally like, oh my gosh, you're literally so stupid. Like, you did meth and didn't even know. Like, that's so insane. Like, who does meth and doesn't know? I was like, I think they gave me meth, and I remember telling my ex, I said, what are you doing meth for? He was like so upset, and I was like, I don't know, but it felt good. Because I did feel really happy and on top of the world for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So, but in my head and stuff, I was just like, I was kind of playing it off as like, it felt good. It was good. I don't know. Part of me was like, I don't know. I tried meth or whatever. I thought it was cool. Well, fast forward to the night of my birthday. So, my birthday, I had seen my ex a couple days before, and I was like, hey, public, that's what I told you guys earlier. I'm like, we don't really go in public. He's like, yeah, I'll take you to lunch. So I was so excited. So I left him alone for a couple days, because again, he was being really nice, and like, he's really awesome in that way. He was always really funny to me, and really sweet, like always so sweet, like listening to me, like telling stories from his day. Like, it was like, I hated being a secret, but it was so worth it to me, because
This bitch is touched. Who the fuck? She's precious. I swear she is. The fuck? Let me get this right. She feels a random person pushing her outside the car. Look, get up, bitch. Go in the hospital, or you won't die. This was the hospital that sent me to the mental institute, so I'm not going in there. I walk in front of the parking garage and take a nap. Now, okay, but she's in LA. She is well known on YouTube. How she took a full-fledged nap in front of the parking garage. Ain't nobody take no pictures. Ain't nobody do nothing.
Ain't nobody bother.
Then she walked up closely by her home. And then took another nap.
Ain't nobody bother with.
This bitch is precious.
But you know what?
What?
If they had balls, you would have known.
Now, why the fuck was she bleed? Took about, I thought I was shot. The fuck? This bitch is retarded. How'd you think she was shot? You ain't felt no pain.
No, she felt good.
And don't you smoke? Don't you smoke, man? I know you can snort anything, but don't you smoke it mostly? Like,
And she did it twice.
she's about to tell us, but I can't take it. I won't give it to her because it's just stupid.
She doesn't like any of the things that she's been taking.
I hate people that drink, but I'm gonna get drunk tonight.
She didn't like being an alcoholic, but she was an alcoholic.
That makes a problem.
She didn't like meth, but she did it twice.
Cause like she said, she was on top of when she felt like she was hot for 30 minutes. Yeah. Then somebody put ice water on her and she got cold for the rest of the time. But wait, how did she just walk up close to her house and take a nap?
Because she couldn't make it no further.
But
That
she
bitch
can't,
fell out.
no, what could she call it? Uber.
She fell out.
She couldn't
She
call
couldn't call nobody.
a Uber.
She couldn't call nobody.
There should be an Uber button on your phone that calls them and come to your location when you doing stupid white girl shit.
She probably didn't even have a phone.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Well, didn't you tell that bitch she wasn't doing no damn coke? She was doing
I wasn't at that point.
crystal meth rocks. Y'all wanna wonder why? What's wrong with Trisha Paytas? She does drugs. Nigga, the fuck? Think about it. When she took the sandwich out the pack, talking about I gotta put it in the oven and let it warm up, and it was an eating bag. That bitch do drugs. When the bitch said, hey, I ate this Popeye sandwich yesterday, but that was my other personalities, and I don't know what it tastes like, so I gotta do it again. Drugs. The fuck? And she took a whole 20 some odd minutes to tell us about drugs. The fuck? This is touched. Anything she do, blame it on drugs. Don't give a damn if she was sober. Fuck you mean?
It felt good.
Look. Anything on this bitch is because of drugs. She does drugs. Good ones. Look. Good drugs. Good drugs. Her plugs
Who
from
could
my
have
best
known
friend.
the
She got
smallest
good ass
changes
drugs.
would make the biggest impact?
Just bleed down your face. Oh, they shot me. The fuck?
Okay, guys, so hi. So we're at Jack in the Box, and I was super excited to get my spicy chicken nugget combo, and I love Jack.
Drugs. I'm super excited the fucking just drugs. The fuck? How many times did she go to Popeye to get a chicken sandwich? See, just cause you don't never, just cause I'm an open bitch about mine, and I rolled me up a couple pieces during the video, other people are a little bit more discreet in their drug usage. Cause you know this bitch gotta have before she eat that camera. This is Trisha Paytas, so she drugs. She told you she was transgender for a minute. Drugs. The fuck? She said she identified with gay men. Drugs. She said she was black. Rachel Dosaphoff. Drugs. And then she said, look at it, I thought I was an hallucinogen. Drugs. The fuck? Back in the day, I used to use Xanax and Molly Percocet. Ooh, drugs. The fuck?
She's doing that with a boyfriend.
Drug dealer. The fuck?
When you were just, they were trying to be friends.
Drugs.
So while she was waiting to talk to him, she would take pills and drink liquor.
Drugs.
Yep, there was. And she said, ain't no
Look.
to her game.
Jack in the Box. Oh, word that. Oh, remember Beastmaster? That used to be my jam. What was that? Oh, drugs. But look at the title of the video. Jack in the Box drama. Live footage. Drugs. The
What
fuck?
drama can you have with Jack in the Box?
So freaking much. I go in with my face mask, and the door's locked. Go around the front, the door is locked. I really drove all this way to get these spicy chicken nuggets, and I love it so much, and that's all I've been wanting to eat. So I try to get a Postmate so I can pick it up. I'm a Postmate and picking up food. That didn't work. Then I was like, oh, let me just get it delivered, and I'll just sit in the parking lot, and they could just literally deliver it to the car. That didn't work. So now I called an Uber to pick me up at the Jack in the Box.
Oh, wait a minute, nigga, please, wait, stop. Did she say what I thought she said?
What?
I'm an orderman. Sit in the parking lot. And they gonna bring drugs. Everything this bitch say got to do with drugs.
Well, that's what they were doing.
But she some Postmates, that ain't work. Then she's sitting in her car.
And make clothes?
Calling up. No, they ain't closed. They know she coming. You seen the last one
She just about to do an Uber.
from her car.
Yeah.
Drugs. That's like a chicken going to Papa's chicken for a sandwich. Drugs. The fuck you mean? Hold on, let me dissect the little sentence there for a second. Let's break down what she said. She too fine for this stupidness.
That didn't work. And I was like, oh, let me just get it delivered and I'll just sit in the parking lot and they could just literally deliver it to my car. So now I called Uber to pick me up at the Jack and drop me off at the Jack.
I gotta have a little air.
I don't, hold on, she said I'm about to call an Uber and have him drop me off at the Jack in the Box while she's sitting in a G-Wagon calling up.
At the Jack in the Box.
Baby girl, who is your plug? Tell them to email me at cripplecomedy@gmail.com because that nigga got the shit. Because, boo, why are you out here like this? Why are you just... And who is your ex? He must got the good shit. Cause... So you got in the Uber. Are you waiting on the Uber to pick you up from your car to take you to Jack in the Box? Because I ain't never seen a bitch sit on the driver's side in the Uber. I'm scared to hit this button. Nope. I think, nope. Gotta let it be for a minute. That bitch. She ain't got no parents. Somebody call her mama. She's stupid. The fuck?
And that's not my Uber. And literally, I am going to hopefully give him $20. Is that enough? I guess I should probably tip him more. Maybe I should tip him more. I haven't used the Uber app in so long. I'm going to try to find the Uber app right now. I got a black Escalade, and it's 3 minutes away. But there's a couple options. I could just get in at the Uber and just order, which maybe that makes the most sense.
No, none of this makes sense at all. Please stop. You're too fine for this.
Black Uber Escalade. Is that so annoying? I just really want those nuggets, and I worked really hard. I told myself 2 OnlyFans videos today, plus 2 TikToks, plus my vlog, plus I got my lashes done, plus I cleaned up my entryway of all my boxes. I was like, then, bitch, you can go and treat yourself to Jack in the Box. It's freaking 6:30. It's pretty late. I was like, bitch, I'm gonna bring an extra 5. Like, I'll give him, right? Is that enough? Or should I tip him 20? I mean, $10 is enough to, like, go through it, like, right?
Hold on, wait.
Or whatever.
You at the Jack in the Box. You about to...
10. Unless my is less than 10.
Pretty good she don't have no children unless they mine, because I don't know the... You drive to a Jack in the Box and then call an Uber to get out of your car to get in the Jack in the Box to order...
Why, they won't sell them?
Nick, this bitch is touched.
Maybe it's less than 10. I'm gonna pay with the 10 and tip him the 20. If it's, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's like $14, maybe I'll just tip him the 10.
How?
Like people to change or something. I don't know. Is this weird?
Yes.
Okay, it's a dude. So already we're pretty good. His name's Muhammad. I feel like with a guy, they're just, I don't know. I feel like with female drivers, just Uber-wise, I just haven't had the best luck. And they won't let me go through foot in the drive-thru. So I'm literally stuck.
Wait.
This seems like such a mission, doesn't it? Like this.
Hold on. See, this is why fine people just give up ass and don't have conversation. You're like, why am I here? You're stupid. Okay, look. She said she can't walk through the drive-thru, right?
Okay.
I'm fused.
Ain't you the call?
I gotta bring. I'm fused. I'm fused.
You the call, why would you walk through the drive-thru?
I'm fused. I think people give her too much money. She need to like lower her prices or something because she's slow. She real spared. And I ain't gonna hold you, but if I'm not mistaken, the bit, I just, ooh, she touched. Oh, hey, Blake. Hey. For one, whatever you got on the stove is burning, nigga. Come here, nigga. This shit, I don't understand. Maybe you can hear this differently. I swear to God, she touched. She's touched. Meaning retarded. Look now. This bitch right here. Listen to what she about to say.
Okay, guys, so hi. So we're at Jack in the Box, and I was super excited to get my spicy chicken nugget combo. And I love Jack in the Box so freaking much. I go in with my face mask, and the door is locked. Go around the front, the door is locked. I really drove all this way to get these spicy chicken nuggets, and I love it so much, and that's all I've been wanting to eat. So I try to get a Postmate so I could like pick it up. Like I'm a Postmate and picking up food. That didn't work. And I was like, oh, let me just get it delivered and I'll just sit in the parking lot and they could just literally deliver it to my car. That didn't work. So now I called an Uber to pick me up at the Jack in the Box and drop me off at the Jack in the Box. And that's not my Uber. And literally, I am going to hopefully give him $20.
Okay, let's decipher this. She fine, but she's stupid. She postmated, couldn't get the Jack in the Box, right? The bitch is at Jack in the Box in a fucking G-Wagon. Like, this bitch paid. She told her to pay. She calling an Uber to drive her through the Jack in the Box. Why when you already in the car? The bitch is retarded.
They didn't let her through.
But how they gonna let him through the... You got too much money when you can think of shit to do like that. How the fuck? That don't even make no kind of natural black sense. And then she talk about tipping a
Is that
nigga.
enough? I guess I should probably tip him more. Maybe I should tip him more. I haven't used the Uber app in so long. I'm going to try to find the Uber app right now.
Because you have 3-4 cars. The fuck?
I got a block Escalade, and it's 3 minutes away. There's a couple options. I could just get in the Uber and just order, which maybe that makes the most sense. Should I do that?
Fuck around and get 5 chicken sandwiches, 6 packs of
Uber
nuggets, you
Escalade.
get ass for the next year. She cheesy like hell.
I just really want those nuggets, and I worked really hard. I like told myself
Worked really hard.
Day plus 2 TikToks,
Okay.
plus my vlog, plus I got my lashes done, plus I cleaned up my entryway, all my boxes. Then bitch, you can go and treat yourself to Jack in the Box. It's freaking 6:30. It's pretty late. I was like, bitch, I'm gonna bring an extra 5. Like I'll give him, right? Is that enough? Or should I tip him 20?
It's like, it'll go more.
I mean, $10 is enough to like go through it, like right, and then like pay for whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna tip him 10. Unless my food is less than 10. If my food's less than 10, I'm gonna pay with the 10 and tip him the 20. If it's, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's like $14 to me, I'll just do 10. Or if other people would pay. I don't know. Is this weird? I really wanted this. Okay, it's a dude. So already we're pretty good. His name's Muhammad. I feel like with a guy, they're just, I don't know. I feel like with female drivers, just Uber wise, I just haven't had the best luck. And they won't let me go through in the drive-through. So I'm literally stuck.
You can go now.
This seems like such a mission. It seems like a mission. And I don't know if I'm able to complete it. I think it's pretty foolproof now that I got it because if you don't know why I can't go through the drive-thru, it's because my rolls are tight. It's just too long. And this is the problems I'm dealing with today. My Rolls Royce is too long to make that turn.
Excuse me, none of
But I've been watching a lot of She eats a lot in her car. She has really cool red car seats. And that's what I'm trying to be like. I want to eat in my car. And it doesn't deliver anyways.
So, yeah, I just worked really hard today, and I just really want to, like, reward myself what I promised myself.
Labor safety. So that I can tell them, because if not, I'm just going to tell them to wait till tomorrow.
Most likely it'll be tomorrow. You get the time. Yeah, they do that bullshit. I'll tell you about it later.
It's nigga time.
Yeah, and I hate that shit, but it ain't nigga time when they want these shit, and I'm always on time for doing shit. Ooh, she got a corn mask. Alright, baby. Love you.
Hi.
Water.
Is it possible to take me through the drive-thru? Yeah, I'll give you like $20 if you can just drive me through the drive-thru. They won't let me walk, and my car doesn't fit.
Oh,
Is that okay?
okay. Alright. Fuck it. I can get
They're
down.
just like, they're not open to like walk in either.
You didn't get it before?
Yeah.
No, because I thought she was in the other car.
No, she's in the road.
But she didn't say that till like the 15
And
minutes
it's
after
too
the car.
long, so they can't make that turn. So therefore, she can't drive it to the drive-thru.
What? And you should have called them from the house. The fuck you go? Okay, yeah, she like to do her videos in the car.
And then they're funny. They won't let you walk through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
But they're closed on the inside. But I don't know why Postmates didn't work for her.
Cause them shits don't be working every place.
I
But-
know.
Nigga,
So that's
I'm
why she has to
Trisha's
call.
Paytas, nigga.
That's why she has to call an Uber to get in the Uber.
Damn that, you know fucking right well. There's somebody that's subscribed to her in the damn Jack in the Box. And all she's gonna do is hop up and be like, hey, I'm Trisha Paytas. Help a bitch out.
And they be like, who is Trisha Paytas?
Not in her area. Do you know how much free food she gets from eating the same shit and having another bitch that look just like her with a different wig on eat the same shit every day? Shit, when I grow up, I want to be Trisha Paytas. Because my Rolls Royce is too long, so I need an Uber to get the Jack in the Box to park.
Nah.
Crazy biatch, ain't she?
Well, if you know next time not to drive that one.
But nigga, she do that the first place. This ain't the first time she had this car.
No. That may have been the first time she drove to Jack in the Box.
Facts, but how long is it? I done seen trucks at, maybe not Jack in the Box, but I done seen trucks at McDonald's. And they long as shit.
McDonald's ain't got no turns. That one just may have a turn. So, like, okay, you know how that one in,
Oh, Burger King.
you know how that Kentucky Fried Chicken is across from Walmart? And you
Yeah.
gotta go down that little turn.
Yeah.
It can't make that turn. Turn is too sharp.
Okay. She ain't as stupid as I thought she was for a second. But she's getting there.
She ain't stupid.
Huh?
That don't mean she ain't stupid.
No, but the way you just explained it, I'm like, wait, why? This is not right.
Actually, usually it's not blocked up like that, so she could have went that way, then came straight in, instead of coming around like everybody else do.
But she touched. Can't nobody do it like Trisha Paytas.
And nowadays, they got two, remember?
Yeah. But also remember they in LA though.
So they traditionally have two.
No. Less.
Yeah, everything is, they got, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause they got little tiny ass streets and shit.
Yep. You've been there. You know
That's
it's
true,
like.
that's true. Do that. So they're a bit too known. Places too tiny.
Well, that's what the hell I'm doing. And she just in there contemplating too. Maybe I need to call Postmates. No. What about Uber Eats? What the fuck? The fuck? You call them niggas from the house. You just got there and be like, oh shit, the roads don't do this. She must not got one friend.
And they see me when I make my order.
Hmm.
The people that start talking about. What difference does it make whether I'm in a car or on my feet? Especially now since I'm paying for it.
I don't know, yo. How long we been on?
But, you know what? Did she say she tried to go through the drive-thru?
Yeah.
I heard her say that she went to the door and it was locked.
No, she walked there.
To the door and it was locked.
Yeah, she tried to go through the drive-thru. They didn't work.
Okay, I didn't hear that. One hour and 11 minutes.
Alright, so I'll be back with another video very soon. Cause this is the benefit of being fucking live. Okay, so bye y'all. And I done said meatballs like 2 times. You gonna get up and put them in the microwave? Why don't we get to repeat shit so much?